This is a story about a stove. It's an amazing stove, and there are many like it, but this one is ours.
Are we seriously making a video about a stove?
We've cooked on this thing every single day, 3 times a day for the past year. While it looks like a simple old camping stove, there's something about this thing that we just love.
Like when we used it and it almost blew up.
It almost blew up. There's something wrong with the gas chamber, and we couldn't fix it.
So it's time for an upgrade.
But before we do, this stove deserves a proper tribute. Not only did this stove feed us, it fed 1,000 people all across the country without access to the basic necessities of life, without food, water, or shelter.
We've cooked everything on this, from corn chowder to chili to chacho, a pepe, a pancetta.
It was close.
And all the ingredients were donated from our friends on YouTube, cooked in a massive pot and dished out in paper cups.
This stove even fed 200 people in a single day in Las Vegas, right after the tragic massacre that happened last year. 200 sandwiches looks like, and a half, all bagged up. And we got all of these covering our whole bed.
And that day was an absolute nightmare. We learned very quickly that it was not a good idea to feed 200 people on one camping stove.
In one day.
In one day.
We were over our heads.
Yeah.
But even bigger than that, the one thing that will stay with us forever that this stove has done is the people that have seen it in action on our YouTube videos and have decided to help people in their communities as well.
So we have been collecting hats and scarves and mittens for the homeless.
We received so many emails from people sharing their experiences with us, like Whitney, Jordan, Riley, Trevor, Justina and Ethan, Zanya and Chad.
So here is all the gloves and hats that we've collected for the homeless.
But there's one person that deserves a special shout out, and that's this man, Jonathan. You might remember him from one of our other videos where he helped us feed the homeless in Houston, and he came and hung out with us and played this little tune.
Sitting round with thoughts inside, thoughts again, the glue in my eyes.
Simply put, Jonathan is an amazing man. He started helping a homeless veteran in his neighborhood named Randy. Randy is also an amazing man, serving this country in 4 wars over 4 decades.
Back in March, Jonathan sent us a video, and it was in response to a lot of the effort we were putting in at that time to help people in the places that we traveled to. And the video he sent us was of the first time he met Randy, and it's an amazing video, and we want to share some parts of that with you.
Hey guys, so yeah, I'm outside my comfort zone, but I was inspired by your video. And there's this guy that's near where I live, about a block away, right around the corner. So I thought I would take a spin around the block and see if I can find him. Thank you. Hey, excuse me. Excuse me.
Sir.
I just seen you around.
Yes, sir.
I live in the neighborhood, and
I know I've seen you before.
yeah, well, we like the beards,
The
right?
beer people hang together.
Well, I bought you a Subway card.
Oh, that's very kind, sir.
Would you like that? Would that be helpful?
Yes, sir.
For
They're
me?
really good. They're right over there.
It's right there.
Yes,
all right?
sir.
All right.
Okay.
Well, take care. Okay.
Yes, sir. God bless you, sir.
It's the same to you. Bye bye.
Thank you.
So over the past 2 months, we've received countless videos, photos, and stories of Jonathan and his continued support with Randy, whether it was giving him water or gift cards to restaurants, and even just hanging out with him for a little bit and giving him his time.
So we just want to take a second here to thank Jonathan for being such an incredible human being. He's a great friend to us. He's a great mentor for Randy. And, you know, he's a person that we feel inspired by, and we hope we can share that inspiration that we feel with all of you. But to think that all of this was made possible by this old, nasty stove is kind of crazy. And to think that now we're getting rid of this guy and we're gonna upgrade to something so much better.
Yes.
It's time to install a new stove. Let's go. Come on, babe.
Push it in. Go. Do it. Oh my goodness. Look at the stove.
Gosh darn it.
Woo!
Bada bing, bada boom. And just like that, our work here is done. And we've been getting a ton of questions since we've been traveling Europe if we're still going to be helping feed people in need while we travel.
Yeah.
And the answer is
Yay.
yay.
It's not nay, it's a yay. So C. Yes.
And we're going to make this commitment to you right now that our goal is to feed another 1,000 people
At least.
on this stove. And it's going to be a lot easier because this stove is way better.
Yeah, it's way better.
So we're excited to take this thing for a test drive. And we got a ton more work to do in this bus before we go to Alaska. But we're excited to bring you along with us. I'm super sweaty. Kaylee's super sweaty. But I'm more sweaty. So we're going to go.
See ya.
Peace.